Oh, sure, sure.
Boy, so good.
Murray, didn't Lou just take half your lunch without asking?
Oh, yeah, why?
I don't know, that article has me all upset. I see the way that Lou takes advantage of you every week.
Mary, you can't talk to management about fairness. You know what Marx said about the bourgeoisie?
Management will crush your head like a small potato, rip it off and throw it to the dogs.
Of course, I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Murr, I'm not afraid to tell him what's on my mind. Mr. Grant!
What is it, Mary?
Mr. Grant, I know this is probably none of my business, but when I saw you take Murray's lunch out there, I had to come in here.
Oh, you want a bite?
No! No, thank you.
What's the matter? You deserve it.
Well, I just can't do it. I just don't like it.
When a junior exec turns down a perk of the job, shows a lack of ambition. For example, you might want to...
Okay.
You're ready to steal your own lunch. What you want to talk about? Did you come in here to eat or talk?
Mr. Grant, would you sit down? We did a show today on how risky it is to quit your job.
Terrific, terrific. There's too many people running around out there with too much time.
Good. I'm glad to hear you feel that way, Mr. Grant, but don't you think people should stay at their jobs because they like them?
Not necessarily.
How come not necessarily?
'Cause fear's a bigger motivator, that's why. Let me tell you what I mean, Mary. My generation was formed during the Great Depression. In those desperate days, the cupboards were bare, and the only place one could see wealth was on the silver screen in those nickel theaters. We used to work for bread. Now we work for the fear of not having any bread.
Well, I think we've already gone past that, Mr. Grant. Fear is already sort of...
No, not yet. Not yet. We can always go back. You can walk out that door. We can both pretend you just came in here for a bite of Murray's sandwich. We can still remain friends. Be smart, let's pretend.
Mr. Grant, I can't. You can't treat people like that.
Well, you did it. It's not that bad.
Oh, it is.
What do you think? That I don't have any feelings, huh? You think I don't care about my employees?
No.
What would you do if you were in my shoes, huh? Pulling up your own
I'm
bootstraps.
not insulting you. I'm just trying to help you.
Right! But first let me tell you how it really happens. The road to upper management hasn't always been as simple as getting an MBA and stepping into a $30,000 a year job. I started at the bottom. The worst management job imaginable. I wasn't proud, but I could dress the way I liked. But eventually, everyone has to trade their ethics for a career. Late one night, I saw an infomercial that changed my outlook forever. I realized that if I just took control of my life, visualized where I wanted to be, and acquired a simple sense of superiority over others, I could achieve my goals. I will delegate responsibility. I will delegate responsibility. I will manage and control. I will manage and... So I pored over all the management books I could get my hands on and discovered that Machiavelli was right. You must crush the worker's head like a small potato, rip it off and throw it to the dogs.
But aren't we all in this world together? What about Jung's collective unconscious? Aren't we basically all the same?
Mary, no, we're not. We're a TV show. We are the collective unconscious.
All right. 12 beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
All right, you got the idea.
Oh, Kit Ted's lunch.
One thing I've always wanted is to take control of my life and be free.
Oh, Ted, I've been thinking about this a long time, what would happen if healthcare wouldn't cover it. Maybe what you need is a new personality. Seeing as your old one wanted to die so badly, why don't you get a new one?
A new one? Oh, Georgette, that's out of the question.
But why, Ted? It would be so wonderful. Don't you think so, Mary?
Well, Georgette, I'm glad you asked me that. We're in the middle of the Second Great Depression. The First Depression, as you know, was economic. The second is psychological. After years of the daily grind, our nation's spiritual void has widened to remarkable proportions. Enter designer pharmacologists. Prozac is the New Deal of the 90s, single-handedly helping millions of depressed people, just like you, to remain happy and productive members of the workforce. And best of all, it's now covered by our health insurance.
Maybe, but it would take so long.
Not if we double the dosage. Believe me, Ted, through modern medicine we have discovered the way to release your inner child.
I don't know.
Please, Ted. Please.
All right.
Oh, Ted!
Oh, Ted.
Well, how long before this takes effect? Oh.
So let's recap. Suya decided a career change was in order.
I quit this stinking job.
And realized that dropping out was the same as turning on.
Well, it's so hard to stretch a little bit of money over all of our free time.
Yeah, like Thoreau said, you gotta suck the marrow out of life. That marrow, great for midnight munchies.
By putting Dougie on the evening news, we proved that even with a positive role model, people are afraid to change their lives.
Tragically hip. It may seem like a wonderful life, but at what cost to your comfort and security?
TV makes you dumb. Dumb as a stump.
Well, I guess you might have a point there, Lou.
Meanwhile, Murray realized that work is tolerable as long as you pretend you're not doing it.
This isn't my life, it's just my job.
And with a little extra money in his pocket,
Data entry is the career for the 90s.
50 cents?
he could afford to dress like those wacky 70s sitcoms.
Look, I'm a trend. Oh, I'm hip. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh,
Congratulations, Murray.
oh, thank you, Mary. It took a long time to get
That's
here. you know,
terrific.
While some struggled with the material, others could afford to dabble in the metaphysical.
Yeah, I know, Lou. High school existentialism and all that.
And now, if I choose nothingness or suicide, then I'm free.
That's tired. Yesterday's philosophy is today's pharmacology.
Sickness under death is now treated with Prozac.
Instead of dropping out, Ted joined up to turn on.
The Second Great Depression.
Believe me, Ted, through modern medicine we have discovered the way to release your inner child.
Not necessarily.
But Mary, what about you? Love is all around. Why don't you take it?
As a 70s woman, I have to choose between a career and my love life. Right? Right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that people will continue to be stuck in a life of work, spend, work, spend?
People aren't as dumb as you think they are.
You better take that back, Murray. People will do whatever we tell them to, because we're a TV show. We are the collective unconscious.
Fiddlesticks.
I think we've really learned something today. We've changed our lives for the better. Oh, and we're never gonna look back.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. I can't believe it. It's especially good. It's especially good. Huh.
Get your lips off of me.
Yeah.
Let me